What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants or Us. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys will help us get there. Now, as always, guys, to be able to find us on YouTube, because all content creators here on YouTube are having trouble being found right now. So if y'all do enjoy our content, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that y'all will be able to see our videos as soon as they upload. Now, I was reading this article over off Cinema Blend of Kathleen Kennedy's conversation with John Boyega and how she's trying to smooth over, any bad publicity that might have, that since John Boyega's been coming out kind of against Star Wars and kind of, basically saying, hey, you know what? They kind of used me. They promised me, bigger roles, and, they call him a main character, but he was really kind of a really poor side character that really had a lot of potential, but they never tried to make something out of his character. And then, of course, there was that whole putting, kind of putting him in the background on the Chinese posters while they put him, front and center on the American posters. It was, I understand where John Boyega is coming from. If I was John Boyega, I would be very upset. I would feel very used. I think Disney used him. I feel like Kathleen Kennedy used him. I just feel like he just got the bad end of the stick on this. But what worries me about this conversation that she had with John Boyega is the fact is that she's having a conversation trying to smooth things out with him at all, which leads me to believe that the Mandalorian has saved Kathleen Kennedy's job. After the sequel series, it just looked like, especially after the last movie, there was just really no denying that it was just bad. People, even if they enjoyed the movie, they had to admit the sequel series just didn't work. Disney Star Wars was not working. And it looked like Kathleen Kennedy was about to have to bow to pressure. And just have to, Lucasfilms and Disney was just going to have to bite the bullet and release her. Even though I guess she pushed the right agendas and she was friends with the right people, I don't know what is so exciting about her. Me personally, I like Jon Favreau. I like Dave Filoni. I feel like those two guys would do a lot better job than Kathleen Kennedy. I feel like Kathleen Kennedy really cares very little bit about actual Star Wars and just cares about pushing her agenda more. But this conversation with John Boyega, if she was on the way out, she would not be the one that's trying to smooth this relationship out. And that is what worries me. Because if she's not trying to smooth it out, John Boyega is not coming back. He's not playing Finn anymore. I just don't see that happening. I think he's made it very clear that his days in Star Wars are just done. Which is so odd to think about it because, as a Star Wars fan, you think to yourself, man, who would turn down a role in Star Wars? Who would turn down a role in Star Wars? If you would have said that 10 years ago, no one. There's just hardly anyone, besides, I guess, Leonardo DiCaprio, that would actually turn down a role in Star Wars because, let's face it, it's instant blockbuster success, instant millions, instant publicity. Everybody's going to want you in every other movie from that point on. You're going to be the star. It's going to make you into something bigger than what you already are. Just the aura alone is enough to drive your career. But the sequel series had the opposite effect. I think it was career ruining. Sorry, my words got a little tongue-tied there. And why I say that is because I don't see any of these characters. I don't see the girl that played Rey. I don't even see the guy that plays John Boyega. He's a great actor. I've seen him in other movies. He's great. But I think he'll just always be kind of typecast as Finn from this point on. And it's not going to be because he had a memorable role. It's going to be because people are going to remember how terrible those movies were, and they're not going to really want to. They're going to not blame him, but look, let's face it, they're all part of the problem, and that's gonna haunt him from now on. I think that's the reason why he kind of felt like he was being used in a lot of different ways. He's a very prideful guy. Don't blame him. He's a great actor. He wants what's supposed to be given to him. What was promised to him, he wasn't given that. He wasn't shown the respect by Kathleen Kennedy or anybody at Star Wars, and he had all the right to complain. But for Kathleen Kennedy to come out and be the one that's trying to smooth that relationship over, that shows us that The Mandalorian probably has saved her job. Not say that The Mandalorian is a great series by any stretch of the imagination. It's not. I've personally enjoyed season 2. I know a lot of people's complained about it. There's been a lot of controversy. Baby Yoda being a genocidal maniac eating frog eggs, I guess, and of course, the whole Gina Carano thing, and it's just, and then, Pedro Pascal's stupid comments on Instagram. But I mean, there's all of these controversies that kind of show that there's people that's trying to push back and trying to bring down The Mandalorian, but it's not caving into pressure, which shows me that the ratings are good enough, and for them to be able to carry on, no matter if the people the ex-fans that used to love Star Wars but hated the sequel series, that now really despise anything Disney Star Wars, they're kind of coming together with this SJW mob, and they're trying to cancel The Mandalorian. I mean, it's almost, in any other way, it'd be like the perfect storm, and the show would be canceled. But it's not going to happen. They're going to make, I mean, Gina Carano is probably going to get she's probably going to get her own show. I mean, after all the controversy, which to me shows progress with Disney, because they're showing, okay, fans that are actually watching the show are relating to her, so we're going to pick her as the person that's going to carry on, a spin-off and so forth, and I'm glad for that. But I always think to myself, is the Mandalorian's success worth keeping Kathleen Kennedy around? Would I almost rather the Mandalorian fail and then Kathleen Kennedy get blamed for it, and then she goes down with the ship, and maybe like the phoenix off Harry Potter, it rises from the ashes, and it somebody like a Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau takes the reins, and it actually becomes something great again. Builds up fan base. I don't believe you can kill Star Wars completely. I just believe that you can bring it down to such a level that it's like anything else. Once it loses its aura, it's going to be gone forever. But I'm just really disappointed by that. I mean, and I could be totally wrong. I could be misreading it. But I cannot understand for the life of me, if she was on her way out, why she would be the one that would actually be the one trying to smooth things over with John Boyega and kind of stop the bleeding that he's brought on through speaking out against Star Wars. So I'm kind of on the fence on this one. Tell me how y'all feel, guys. Leave us a comment down below. I'm curious about, would you rather, I guess this is a question I want to pose to y'all. Would you rather The Mandalorian fail and Kathleen Kennedy to go with it? And take the chance that, Star Wars can somehow resurrect itself? Or would you rather The Mandalorian be a success, even knowing that Kathleen Kennedy will be a part of future movies and future series, and probably going to ruin some more movies in the future for us? So, I mean, and she can't kill any more characters. There's no more to kill. She's killed them all. So, you know what? She's going to eventually, she's now going to have to find her some original characters to go kill off ones that we probably won't care about. So So it's not going to hurt so bad, I guess, in upcoming movies. I can't see how she can do any more damage than what she's already done. But I wouldn't put it past her. I thought that after The Last Jedi. Thought, man, there's no way that they can make a worse movie than that. And then The Rise of Skywalker comes out, and I'm like, oh, crap. I just jinxed it. I know a lot of Star Wars fans felt that way, too. Other Star Wars fans. But anyways, guys, let us know what you think, and take care.